All right, we're back hanging out. It's a beautiful evening this evening. Uh, hear all the frogs and everything going crazy. It's been a fairly blessed week. Um, got a lot of strawberries coming in. Been sharing with all the neighbors. One of the neighbors canned up a bunch of them and sent down 18 half pint jars, and they were able to put up 18 for themselves. They also made some homemade bread and sent it over. It was delicious. So kind of been sharing some of that around and whatnot. You know, all the neighbors looking out for each other, sharing and whatnot. Uh, I'm glad to be where I'm at. It's a beautiful area. Nowadays, it's chilled out a good bit, and got a bunch of good neighbors surrounding me that everybody looks out for each other. So it's pretty awesome. Uh, Let everybody know all the stuff I'm doing, and they're supported. Try, try to get them into it, especially the garden aspect. Want as many people as self sufficient as possible. And then if you share what you got, then if your stuff ever dies, they can come back around and share it. Hey, do you still have any of this? Yeah. All right. Well, I need some, please. It always comes back around, which is beautiful, especially with people that are really people that reciprocate. That really appreciate you. They're gonna they're gonna share stuff and come back around. It, nobody really takes tally at that point. It's just I got it. If you need it, let me know. So it's a beautiful thing about where I'm at now. Didn't always have this, so definitely feel blessed. Uh, Kind of surprised they put up with me sometimes because driving by, it's not like the most beautiful place. But I'm working and building with what I got. So uh, just taking it one step at a time. And I've had a lot of people stop in though. A lot of them really appreciate, I guess the flowers, and then that starts a lot of conversations. Just having the plants and stuff out front. Rich, what's going on, brother? Good to see you, man. I got that link there, so if you want to come up, you're more than welcome to hit it. Hope you're doing well. Hope everything, that I sent your way is doing well. And man, I see you've been doing a lot of work on the property, man. Looks good. Figured I'd go live, man. 2 weeks of rain. It's been raining like that out at your place. One weekend to the next weekend is fine. It rained today, but finally slowed down enough to where we can all get outside a little bit and stretch our legs and arms and catch a breather from sitting our asses inside. I'm enjoying this good weather. Man, you can't beat it. Joe, good to see you, man. Three legs limps with a cane. Love the name change. I've been keeping up with you, man. Praying for you. I'll send a little bit when I can. I know you're going through a lot, and I understand why you're gonna do what you got to do. And there ain't nothing wrong with it, man. You got to take care of yourself, and if that's how you got to do it, till you can get collect what you need to collect. Disability and all that good stuff. Man, I don't fault you for it at all, man. 100% support from me, bro. So busy with the 2 days of 10 to 20 minutes rainstorm. Yeah, you don't get much time to get outside, man. As soon as one stops, another one's getting ready to start. And we've been in and out, you know, uh, basically the last 2 weeks trying to stay dry and get all the animals taken care of, let all the animals get outside to get some space and fresh air and air out the camper a little bit, since that's where we're at for the time being till we build and everything. My yard, so busy with the 2 days of 10 to 20 minute rainstorms, my yard to take care of and 5 acres to take care of for free. Yeah, man. Heck, dude, I'm busy enough with the 4 kids and this 1 acre, brother. It's a lot to take care of, and then we got the garden, and you know, stuff is producing, so everybody's got to be out and busy, pretty much at all times to take care of it. Got the garden, got the work where we're taking down the trailer that burnt and cleaning up the yard so we can get everything situated and taken care of, and get the birds out and get them in designated areas to where they're taking care of stuff and fertilizing the ground where they're at. And just man, so much. We're moving kennels, basic. If it's a dog, they'd call it a kennel, but these are whatever you want to call them, kennels, cages. They're 10 by 10 by 6 foot or whatever. Most of them. There's a couple smaller ones where, they're all donated and gifted, and yeah. But we're you know we're so blessed to have people that are willing to help out and whatnot. So getting it situated to get things in the ground, tilling up a new plot. We got to get sweet potatoes in the ground, and PJ sent some stuff, so I got to get her stuff in the ground, and I got to freaking thin out some tomato plants, and just so much going on, guys. Appreciate everybody showing up. I'm enjoying the fact the dress is gone enough I can go without pain. I had to take 5 laxatives to get fixed. Oh man, that's rough, dude. Yeah, I seen you drop the monster the other day. I guess that's a nice way of putting it. But yeah, anybody feel free to comment or comment in a regular video, and I'll make everybody a moderator. Everybody's equal and welcome here. Equal rights, equal lefts. So just saying. I'm not going to live with meth people and bed bugs, scabies, and rabies. I'll let Drunk Joe loose a day and get my housing back. Hey, man, I can completely understand, So ain't mad at you. We all got to do what we got to do to take care of ourselves. So I understand you're not exactly mobile, and, mom's in housing, so you want to stay local. Yeah. No hate here, brother, man. All love and support. I really hope everything works out, and just keep working at it, brother. Before long, something's got to give, and things are gonna work out, dude. It says share my referral link, but I don't give a shit about that. Or making money. Sorry, StreamYard and all that, but it just is what it is. Like, I don't want money from them. I'm not signed up for all that. I'm just doing this stuff for the love of knowledge and sharing it and everything else. So working in my yard, neighbors possibly, and another yard for an hour, then go to my full-time job. Hey man, staying busy is a good thing. A train in motion is hard to stop, so keep tooting, brother. Tomorrow morning, working at the full-time job. Hell yeah. Man, I'm such a homebody. I don't want to go out and do nothing, dude. I just want to stay around here and uh, watch my animals, sit around mesmerized and loving watching the ducks quacking, running around the yard, doing their little thing, and then the baby chicks and broody mama. And man, I just fucking love it. I love watching the animals. It's just so awesome. Ain't nothing wrong with that, brother. You got to keep the money flowing. I'm lucky, I guess, that my wife wants to work so I get to stay home, which I didn't get to do much of that with the kids growing up. But now I'm home because I homeschool. She didn't want to do it, so I figured that I'd do it since that's what I'm passionate about, and just, you know, tired of the education system getting worse and worse. It was bad my day, and damn, my kids, I don't know, they got to third, fourth, and fifth grade and couldn't hardly read, and I'm putting in more work than the teachers, so I might as well just go ahead and do it myself. Is my thought on it. And at the time, most other parents didn't care, and their kids are just as bad or worse off. So it is what it is. Just doing what I believe in, and I think that's what everybody should do. Uh, it's gonna be hard at first, but the more you get used to it, you know, the little bit of fear that you have from doing anything, that goes away after a period of time and kind of gets less and less on you, and you just grow accustomed to going out and doing different things, and expanding your knowledge and your reach and the people and everything else. Wasn't easy for me at first. Sometimes it still ain't, but 100% worth it. I don't stay 100% busy doing this or that, but a culmination of selling this or that, as far as buying stuff from auction, and just selling plants and everything else, a little bit of money here and there, it all just adds up after a while. And it ain't even enough to claim on taxes, but it helps out. If we need a little extra cash, it's sitting around, or maybe I can sell this or that to get it. So if you believe in it, do it. Don't let nobody tell you different. Believe in yourself and rock with it and make it happen. Got that obstruction finally all gone, and I just got done making Super Tweaker run out of the other end of that. Oh man, Joe dropped a bomb, an atomic bomb. Hiroshima was the toilet. What's up, Wiz? Good to see you, dude. How them pups doing, man? I left a comment. I'm not sure if you saw it or not, but my wife works with a rescue, so if you need help with them pups, man, I can talk to her. And whatever state you're in, you can shoot me an email, and I'll get in contact with you. And if you're serious about gardening, I'll send you a couple seeds and whatnot to start. So, man, let me know. If you ain't got a tiller, turn a little bit of dirt over at a time with a shovel and fucking. Anyway, man, I know you're going through a lot, but you're always on my mind. I watch your videos. I hadn't watched your third video about the talking and whatnot, but I've been doing a lot of learning, watching everybody's bee videos from just anybody and anybody that's got a bee video. I'm trying to learn. It's been a month every day, sitting on here trying to pick up every little bit I can. So I think I might be a little autistic or ADHD or this or that, but I can't stay focused on shit unless it really has me. I don't know. It captivates me sometimes. And then I'm stuck on shit for a while. Same thing with music, man. I'll listen to the same music, probably 20 different songs for a week, and then it's the next 20 songs or whatever. I don't know. But good to see you, man. I'm glad you stopped in and said hello. Appreciate you, bro. But yeah, man. Once I get set on something, I hyper focus. But unless I'm really set on it, it's hard to focus. I just get distracted by the simplest shit, man. Walking through a doorway, and it's just like, what was I doing? I can't remember. There's a name for it, but like when you pass the threshold, it like resets your memory a little bit. Based on your experiences and shit you do in that area. So, walking through a doorway has funny effects on you. We as humans are, I don't know, creatures. Yeah, same humans, creatures of habit. So, yeah, depending on where you're at and what you're doing, man, sometimes you just get that little reset, and it's just like, what was I doing? I think I do it far too often than I'd like to admit, but I'm only human. Damn, I wish I'm gonna share this stupid shit. No, the link didn't go away. So anyway, I can see your comment now. Uh, don't pay StreamYard shit. They're probably gonna stop letting me go live, but save your money, man. You know, things ain't getting no easier. Yeah, I can't make you a moderator right now, Wiz, but I tried. I'm gonna make sure to do that tomorrow. I'm gonna go find one of your comments or use one of the comments on here, and I'm gonna make sure and make sure you're a moderator with everybody else. All right, bro. Um, and that's for anybody watching. If you guys want to comment, hang out, whatever. Everybody's equal here. Want to make everybody, moderator. Say what you want. Say what you believe in. Do what you want. Do what you believe in. I'm pretty good at dealing with a lot of different people and personalities and whatnot. So anyway, yeah, I've never been tested, but I got a sneaky suspicion that there's something. I just don't quite know what it is though. All over the place, all the time. Got a million different hobbies. Got a million different thoughts in my mind. I still ain't got around to messing with the propane forge and whatnot yet, but I will. Just I got that more of a wintertime hobby, something to get out and get about. And wintertime is kind of depressing for me. It's cold, it's dark most of the day. Uh, you catch that little bit of cabin fever, and it is what it is. Just ain't always easy. There we go. I can delete that comment. Moha. I agree with paying people sometimes doing this or that. I like doing that in person or, people I know that's usually what I consider ties. I try to do my 10% and help people that I know that need it, rather than give to things that may not necessarily believe in the same things I do. So anyway, what's everybody up to? Anybody got any questions about anything? About what I got going on? Kind of wanted to do an AMA, but it was just kind of off the cuff live stream real quick. Radio silence. Well, I pulled my bees open today. The weak hive looked like they had well, they didn't look like after about a week and a half of checking it, they've got new cat brood. There's some larvae, baby larvae, eggs, larvae growing, all that good stuff. So learning a lot. Trying to figure it out as quick as possible. It's been a great learning experience. I always get nervous when I'm looking at them. If I've got a queen in both hives, one of them's not marked, so I've got to figure that out. I'm not the best at spotting queens, so next time I do, like, I've got to tear it apart. I'll probably do it in the next couple days, just because I haven't inspected all the frames, and the last time I had it tore apart, there was some swarm cells, supersedure cells. There's just a lot of stuff going on. I've been thinking about doing like a dummy, like fucking explain to a 5-year-old about bees, because that's the kind of shit that works for me. And I mean, I'm talking about this is your brood box. That I just want to go over components and go over, maybe pull some of the frames out and talk about what I see and what I know. And if any other experienced beekeepers can correct me, that's what the comments are for. And I fucking love it because good shit. Like, anybody can leave their thoughts and opinions and help others, which I've learned probably just as much, if not more, from comments as I have from videos. So there's that. Um, these are just thoughts on things. There's no guarantee I'm gonna do anything. Uh, it all weather allowing. I've been trying to go live once a week, and finally able to get outside today and have some time. And I still got little side jobs going and whatever else. So I'm just too busy. I want to get some signs up too. Uh, I need to get a hold of uh, Bob from B Walker Ranch so I can get some engraved signs and whatnot to put out front for selling stuff. Um, anyway, I've got a lot going on. It seems to work best for me whenever I've got a lot going on. Diving in head first and putting my hands on it and just figuring stuff out after that tends to work best for me. I'm not somebody that you can just tell everything to, show me or whatever. Um, stand over me and say, do this, do that, or don't do this, don't do that. That tends to help me the most. Otherwise, I just feel kind of lost sometimes. So that just but I enjoy all the learning experiences because that you don't win or fail or lose any of that. It's just all a learning experience and something to come back from or whatever you kind of decide to do at that point. But I'm really enjoying the experience and I'm going to continue to work at it and share my knowledge. So at least a little bit that I know. And I guess that's all we really can do at the end of the day sometimes. Wanted to cut more trees today, so busy on my 2 days off. Yeah, we've been cutting. I need to do a walk around, just a live stream walk around. If we have a good amount of time in the next couple days where it ain't raining at all, I'm gonna do a walk around and show off. We've moved stuff. We started tilling up stuff tonight. I've got a lot to get in the garden. I want to plant more flowers and stuff for the bees, throw out more clover and just a lot of things. So um, it's a process. It's an experiment. It's takes a little bit of time, a little bit of work, but it'll get there. It'll get there. That's what I continue to tell myself. So I'm gonna share this thing again so I can read this next comment. If you ask 10 beekeepers the same question, you're going to get 20 answers. Hey, I mean, hey, that's with any trade or anything that anybody's got going on. I mean, if you're good at something or you got something going on and anybody asks you about it and you're in a convention with people that are into the same thing, everybody's going to say, "Hey, this works for me," but it doesn't work. It may not work for everybody. So, yeah, man, there's nothing wrong with that. I see that 100%. So I guess I'll definitely start my beginner beekeeping thing, and I'll make some. I'll start doing some drawings and everything else. I'm definitely gonna do that. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do it live or if I want to do like pre-planned videos, but I'm definitely gonna work at it because you know, I mean, everybody's got to start somewhere. So I'm just going to I guess I'll do like a super dumbed down version because that's basically like people are talking about brood boxes and supers. And it's taken me like the last month or maybe 2 to 3 weeks to kind of understand because it just, I don't know. They didn't say, "Hey, this is, or whatever." So yeah, I mean, but I'm learning from so many different creators. I watched a couple of your videos today. I think your last video was a month or two ago, right? Um, can't remember exactly what it was, but yeah, I guess you're not in quite as warm of an area as I'm in. Um, I'm in South Carolina. I'm in the South, deep South, I guess you'd say. Not quite south as Florida. But anyway, I thank everybody for showing up. I just wanted to kind of share some thoughts and ideas, and kind of gives me a little more of where I should go from here. And I'll also share it with what I've got going on and my lack of experiences. I've made a lot of mistakes. I've got mistakes going on right now that I've realized after watching other videos, and I'll just share them. And so far, some of them are still sitting there because of the rain. There was 3 out of 5 frames in my 5-frame hive that I moved into a 10-frame. I didn't have the time to share that because of the rain and the weather. And then, okay, South Louisiana, I guess, something Baton Rouge area. I don't like that share your referral link. I'm sorry. But so yeah, I put a honey super on, and the frames are touching the queen excluder, but there's extra space, so they've got area to move around. It's probably too soon to do that, especially after moving a brute. Anyway, I'm gonna talk about all this at another time while I guess I'm doing it. So uh just I'm I'm figuring it out. And ordering stuff online wasn't the best idea. Just didn't have time to make it, and which is what I'm gonna be doing from now on. So at least I got some boxes that I can use dimensions from and frames and everything else. So it's a step in the right direction. I got extra stuff, so if there's swarms or crazy stuff that happen, that's what happened when I bought my nuke. It was crazy that I could only fit 3 frames in a 5-frame box with an empty frame. So I had to leave 2 frames in the nuke, and then just kind of uh go from there. So it's been a major learning curve. And I think the one finally has a queen. The other one, I've seen swarm cells. I don't know if it has. You know what? I think I'll get into it tomorrow, and then I'll do a yard walk around. And I think I'll just do that on YouTube. So there's that. Planted wildflower seeds today. The rains help soften the rocky, sandy tree roots. Ditch widening. Okay, cool. Hey man, if you throw some peat moss in that ground, if it's really too sandy, or if there's a little too much clay, if you turn around and work it even with a shovel, it'll help loosen that stuff up, expand it, and just really help improve the soil life. And then you'll also be able to plant more stuff. I'd recommend, if you can find bolt turnips, rutabaga, beets, stuff like that, that'll help really improve the soil as well. There's no mistakes, there's only learning opportunities. Hey man, brother, that's exactly how I look at it as well. You know, and also there's no such thing as a stupid question. The only reason I pause is because I don't like saying this. I don't mind saying the second part of it because I think it's funny. It's just mostly to mess with people. But there's no such thing as a stupid question. There's stupid people that ask questions, but that ain't exactly true. So just something I've said since a teenager. I probably got to break that stupid habit. Well, anyway, I think I'm about to cut it out here. And I guess I'm gonna work on a game plan for tomorrow. I haven't done much. Man, my phone hadn't been charging, and freaking just needed a new charging cord. Bought a new phone and everything else, but just needed a cord. Little dummy mistake, but you know, again, I learned from it, so there's that. Anyway, say much love, God bless, and I want to catch you guys on the flip side. See y'all in the next one. Stay blessed. Appreciate everybody for being here, and if you believe in it, do it, keep at it, no matter what anybody says. You know, make a path for yourself. You know, the road less traveled and all that. Hey, Kodiak, I really appreciate you. Yeah, sting that like button, folks. Much love. God bless. Thank you.